Okay, first things first, guys. I noticed that in my comment section, you guys are talking about how your comments are getting deleted. I want to let you know that it is not me who is deleting your comments. So, YouTube, I think as of 2022 or so, it has flagged some few countries. Congratulations on you, South Africa, because you are one of them where there are very toxic people that go into comment sections of other people's videos to spew vitriol. It doesn't matter what the topic is, because of a certain type of person that is saying something on a video, you come and you throw in whatever it is that you think you are throwing in, which is going to be the topic of my channel today, as to why I am the way I am and why I think the way I think, because a lot of you guys have asked me, hey Cantus, why do you think this way? So I'm going to answer that question. And this video has been something that has been sitting in my mind for a hot minute. I do have a video where I explained myself completely, but it's been sitting in my drafts for the past 3 weeks or so. I don't know if I'll ever release it, but I'm just going to water down what that video says, because I happen to be a person who have very strong views about many things. But that's besides the point. So I am not the one that is deleting your comments. It is YouTube itself, because of the flag it has on some of us. If you are going to comment on my comment under my videos, I don't know what to tell you, honestly speaking. And it sounds to me that the algorithms have also spotted the type of person that probably in the past used to spew vitriols. Is it vitriol? How do you pronounce that? And now it never trusted you again. So if you say some particular words, those words will be deemed to be whatever it is that it will delete your comments about. I don't know. Just be careful how you comment. That's all I'm going to say to you. YouTube is not like Twitter. It's not like, I think TikTok as well is quite strict when it comes to the type of comments. But YouTube is like the creme de la creme. And they want to keep that status for the longest time. And they are not going to play with people that are coming from X. They are not, because this platform is not that platform. So I think that is why many of y'all may be experiencing this. I'm not saying that on X that's what you used to do. I don't know. But anyways, let's talk about what's on my mind right now. I'm just going to respond to a few of you guys. If you want to follow me and leave me a question in the DMs, you can go to my Instagram. It is Clantus_Dumagute, basically the name of my channel, but you just say underscore to separate Clantus and Dumagute. All right, all small letters. Now let's go on, guys. This is me. This is me for the longest time, because I'm a very observant human being. I'm so observant, maybe because as a kid, I've always been this curious child. And when I am curious, I go after what I'm curious about to get the answers. So same goes with human beings. I grew up, of course, I'm between millennial as well as Gen X. I've said this before. And as I grew up, I came across a lot of very misfortunate experiences in my life, coming from all kinds of people, from white people, from black people, from different tribes as well. And then I realized something, that, you know what? The problem that we are having as human beings is affirming another group of people. What do I mean by that? I, Clantus Dumagute, do not believe that there is a race that is superior or it is better than the other. Just like I don't believe that there is a superior tribe over the other tribes. However, I do believe that those people who experience some kind of people who think they are superior over them, then they affirm that by reacting to disprove that they are superior. Now, this is me. If you are racist towards me, that's not on me. That's on you. You the one who carried that weight of hatred in your heart. At night, I don't even think about you. I look forward to sleeping and going to La La Land. Same goes with a tribalist. If you are going to be a tribalist towards me, that's not on me. That's on you. That's the cross you bear and you carry throughout the days of your life because you think you are better than mine, right? Whether you're better than my tribe or you are better than me because I belong to a certain tribe. I couldn't care less. That doesn't take or chip away anything from me. But on you, you're the one who don't go to sleep thinking and angry. And now those that affirm such people, they are as good as the people that they affirm. For example, the whole label that, oh, there is this kind of privilege and that kind of privilege. If you talk that way, you are affirming that a certain group of people are privileged and therefore they do privileged things. And the funny part about that I always get confused about is, so if you find these people that way, clearly you do not like them. You have some kind of a resentment towards them because they act this particular way. And therefore, why then go to them? For example, in Africa, you have, for the longest time, South Africans, especially black South Africans, have been mocked to still be in bed with our colonizers, in bed with our slave masters, as they would say. But the same people who say that about us, they are flocking into Europe, into America and Canada, and some of them even coming right here to South Africa. Why? Because they have put it in their heads that they are below these people. The moment you begin to believe that you are below these people, you are inferior. But here is the thing for me when it comes to racist and tribalist. That's not superiority. That's inferiority about your own position. Like, oh, I am this individual, and therefore the way I was brought up, the way I was taught, because some of this is taught at home, even though many people would deny it. I mean, I can tell you about the Zulu nation when it comes to boys, what we are taught. That is why you can never tell a Zulu person anything, for example, about Jacob Zuma. Just giving an example. And not obviously all Zulu people, but I am talking about Zulu people, if you know what I mean. You can never tell them about Jacob Zuma because of the things that we were brought up on and instilled in us about certain things that I cannot mention on this video. And same goes with other tribes and other races. They teach their offspring about superiority over other people, when in fact, when you look at it from the outside looking in, it is nothing but the opposite. It's an inferiority. You want, therefore, because you want to disprove that you are inferior, hence you put yourself in the manner in which you do, and then you make other people feel uncomfortable. South Africa is an ambiguity. It's an ambiguity of people that hate a certain group of people, but in the same token, guess what the same people are going to be doing? The moment they start making money, they leave the communities they were raised under and go to the communities of the people they don't like. Why? Because their inferiority tells them the community I come from cannot be bettered, cannot be developed, so much so that it looks like the way I am actually going. Like your Santins, like your Midrans, like Umhlanga, like your Greenpoint. Instead of remaining behind and saying, listen, can we fix XYZ in our communities so that it reflects where I don't want to go to, because there are certain group of people that I don't like going to. But no, instead we're going there guns blazing, so much so that we even fight them fight them in their schools, and then your child is going to be taught by the same person that you don't like. It makes no sense to me. And then on the other side of the coin, you have others that are so confused that they have convinced themselves that they are less than. And as a result of that, they had to go elsewhere to seek help. And when the help is open to them, they're like, no, 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 no. This is not what we meant. What we meant is punish these people. Because if you punish everybody, we will also be affected. Why? Because they are inferior. All of this is inferiority on both sides. Nobody can say that I am superior over the other one. Who determined that you were superior? But inferiority is clear. That is why I'm calling it out. So that is the position that I find myself when I am observing the people of South Africa. And I came to a conclusion that the problem that we are having in South Africa, probably globally, it is understanding. I'm not going to talk for other parts of the world. I want to talk about us here, because these are the only people I know. It's us here under the sun of South Africa. And in order for South Africa to move forward as well as develop, we need to understand each other. Black people will never develop as long as they don't understand white people. White people will never find peace in South Africa as long as they don't want to understand Black people. All of this boils down to understanding, finding each other. And once we find each other, we need to sit down, have a discussion on how do we take our nation forward. How do we become a beam of light to the world? That is the problem that we are having. But this is not going to happen because one group thinks they're superior over the other one, and the other one thinks that they are also going to show them that you are not superior. Nobody is superior here. Nobody. But instead, all of y'all are you are all inferior. I would repeat again, no amount of tribalism or racism that can be thrown on me that is going to make me so angry that I huff and I puff and I am all bothered. No, it's not on me. It is on you. It is always on you. If I make a video and you come under my video and you spew vitriol, it's not on me. Because I would look at the comment like some that I have and I would love them away. Laugh. Because all I am reading, I'm like, oh, that's how I feel. Aww. I feel sorry for you. Not you thinking that you are going to break me. You're not going to break me. I'm unbroken. Yes, the human spirit can be broken. But there is a human spirit that is resilient. And it takes strength to be resilient. So this fight that I want my foot to be felt, that's not going to happen, ever. On anybody that is trying to impose or superimpose themselves on another group of people. It's not going to happen. You're not going to find peace. You're going to find resistance, and that resistance is going to gain momentum at the global stage. And then there's going to be a pushback. And that pushback, as I've noticed, it's always by people that think exactly like me. Like, you are not. going to about to start that again. And then you feel like, oh, this, whichever, I mean, you get more angrier. Let me put it that way. You have sleepless nights because you just refuse to understand others. Understanding is the problem that we have in South Africa. Until we find each other, until we have a round table. Yes, when I say we need to talk, that means burp it all out. Even if it means we grab each other by the hair. Good. But at the end of the day, we are going to come to a solution. Sometimes, I believe, you just need to collapse the whole damn thing. Collapse it. And once it has collapsed and no winners, that is the when I believe that's when we will find each other in rebuilding. Imagine when we are building together, how bonding and loving and very protective of each other we will. But as long as we are pulling in different directions, because the other ones think this way and the other one think that way, you are all inferior. Inferior people who lack understanding. You lack understanding. At the end of the day, it is how you view yourself. I always believe that strength comes when you look yourself earnestly in the mirror and then seeing the change that you want to see out there. If you do not see the change that you want to see out there in yourself, trust and believe me, you are blowing into the wind. You are not going to get what you want. And I am telling you, what I am saying here will take politicians out of business. This is not what they want you to have. Understanding. That is why they designed the education system the way they did, so that you lack comprehension. Everybody's defensive. Everybody's defensive. Everybody wants to pull out a piece of history, of which some of it highly distorted. Why? Because it must serve the interest of how you were brought up in your household, thinking that you were superior over the other people. Zulus thinking they are superior over the other tribes, Xhosas thinking they are more clever than the others, Pedis thinking whichever way they think about themselves, Vendas thinking they're Banoma Kumalo, if you know what I mean. It all just not working in a positive way for the greater good of our country. It doesn't. You are all lying to yourselves. And politicians like to keep that status quo of you lying to yourselves, you pulling out things and redefining things, and then you bring into my comment section and you think I'm going to say, oh yeah, you are right. No. I'm just going to look at that comment and roll my eyes. I've got no tolerance for stupidity. Absolutely no tolerance for it. And I don't care where it comes from. As long as somebody wants to show me how superior they are to me, I laugh at you. I laugh at you. And then when I scroll away from your comments, you know what I say? Dumbass. And then I scroll up. Because that's who you are. That's who you are. But imagine if you came into my comment section and in your comment, your aim is to empower. Empower not only me, but everyone else that is going to read that comment, instead of rattling people up. And I have noticed as well that some people, they do what you call passive aggressiveness by pulling out a video that is going to, spark some kind of reaction out of me. And then they leave it in the comment section as a link. Of course, I'm going to click on the link, but It's going to depend. What exactly do you want me to hear? And how do I perceive and receive that type of message? But there have been also people that leave me links of empowering videos that talk almost like I do, and the host or the people, the panel thinks almost the way I do, question things the way I do, and have discussions about the things that don't make sense to make sense out of them. But in most cases, it is somebody who is passive aggressive by leaving a link in my comment section and think that I'm just going to roll over. It's not going to happen. Let's empower each other. South Africa is our country, all of us together. And the politicians, they enjoy what they are doing, and you are allowing them to divide us along racial lines, along tribal lines, along academic lines, along so many things that we are taking while lying down, fellow South Africans. Can we stop that? There is no way that I'll ever give away my power to anybody. There is absolutely, you are lying to yourself if you think that I will give up my power to you. No ways. This, I value it very, very much. Very, very much. So as long as you stick around on this channel, you will never hear me affirm any group of people. You will never hear me affirm any group of people, either calling them this supremacists or this privileged. No, you are no superior. And there is no way that you are more privileged. That we are both human beings. We are privileged to be here. As long as you and I go to the bathroom, and then if we are pressed for number 2, we sit on a toilet pan, and then we're able to excrete whatever we excrete, and our shit smells the same, you're not better than me. We are both human beings. Whoever lied to you has enslaved you throughout your life in believing things that are not real. You are a slave to that superiority. I find it quite interesting that in 2025, we are still talking about race. We are still talking about tribes. In 2025, really? Instead of us talking about developmental things together, we are talking race. How stupid is that? You know, racism is stupid, right? You know, tribalism is stupid, right? You know, the superiority is stupid, right? Yeah, very stupid. So it says a lot about you. So what's the solution here? Simple. Let us learn to understand each other. I am not saying let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya. No. All I am saying is we need to look at the big picture. South Africa is not only about us. It is about our offspring, their generation, and their generation, and their generation. And you, what legacy are you going to leave behind for your children to be proud of? For your grandchildren to be proud of? What legacy are you working on? Because I am telling you right now, and I've said this before, my greatest hope for this country is the Gen Zs. You know, the Gen Zs don't give a rat's tail about all the things that you think you give care about. And maybe the upbringing that you are teaching them at home about how to... No, they don't care about that. They do not care. What they care about is their tomorrow being secured. They know that race is not going to secure their tomorrow. All it does is anger. Always angry at a group of people that did not ask to be born. And you did not ask to be born. And you will never find peace as long as you think and behave that way. Never will you find peace. Because you know why? It is evil. Evil never brings peace. And I'm talking to both the racists and tribalists. You will never find peace. So what's going to find you peace is compromise. Like I said, even if it means we grab each other by each to hair, collapse this whole thing, and then rebuild it together. Once we start rebuilding, we will have appreciation for each other. If you ever wondered why I talk like this, it's because I'm observing. And as I observe, I realize that it doesn't matter who you are. Everybody is fair game to me. Everybody's fair game to me. So one moment, I'm going to say things that you are going to like and say, oh, Clancy's this, oh, wow, Clancy's. And then the next, somebody does something and I'm going to come and then you're not going to like it. And you're not going to like me as a result. So I hope you begin to understand what's going on in there. All I see from all of us is inferiority. The lies that we were told that we are better, sorry, that's not the truth. Because look at South Africa today. Destruction, chaos, hatred, no moving forward. And the politicians are having a ball of a time because as long as we are on each other's necks, it fattens their bank accounts. They do not want us together. So to conclude this video, it all lies in understanding. We need to understand each other. And that comes through compromise. Compromise comes from discussions, dialogue, finding each other. And then let's eliminate the forces from politicians that want to see us divided. Other than that, if this video was of any value to you, please smash the like button for me and also leave a comment. I don't care what the comment says. Maybe I do care those that actually say nice things, positive things, and things that are empowering. I care about that. Other ones, not so much. And share the video far and wide if you can. And thank you so much for the super thanks. Storm Nom 123. I saw it. Thank you so much. It's just that I try to respond, but sometimes my comment section doesn't work. But thank you so much. May you be blessed abundantly. I highly appreciate you. Let's see each other in my next video. Goodbye.